It is said that little girls dream about their wedding day, from the dress to the food to the big party. It is a celebration that requires a year or more of planning to make that one day special enough for a couple to start a new stage in their life. This is one of the most important days that women have, but there's another celebration that gives the same amount of thought. Quinceañeras, in the eyes of the Hispanic community, are as extravagant and as wedding-like and very special and emotional day for a 15-year-old girl. With being just a ceremony, the planning and the party, you would just hope to have many Hispanic friends to be able to attend these every weekend. A quinceañera is a celebration that emotionally signifies the transition from a girl into womanhood. In earlier times, this day is served as a day for parents to present their daughters into society and show them that they have matured. Today, many Latin American countries and Hispanic communities in the United States celebrate this tradition that was brought by the Spaniards. But the surprising part is that the major influence on this festive day came from France, a country that normally practices custom to present their daughters to society and acknowledge that they were ready for marriage. Some countries that celebrate the traditional quinceañera are countries like Mexico, Cuba, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Argentina, and Spain. Of course, all of them with unique traditions and similarities to one another. As I mentioned before, this celebration is closely compared to a wedding, in which, as you could imagine, the planning is an essential step in making this quinceañera a successful one. In advance, a budget must be set because in traditional quinces, there is a lot of elements incorporated into this party. Booking a reception hall and churches is very important. This is another first step because if you were to go to Texas to have your fiesta, you may have to share the church with 2 or 3 birthday girls and their families because of how frequent these parties are every weekend. The dress, of course, is what many girls care about the most, other than hair and makeup. Many dresses range from $300 and above, depending on your budget. Quince dresses are bedazzled from head to toe and even have pounds of fabric. Trust me, if the dress is not right, you may have a version of a bridezilla, but 10 years younger. Invites, catering, and decorations, and the cake are planned 2 months before the set date, so that when the day comes, you're all prepared to celebrate with no worries. The ceremony is elegant with a procession and many traditions. In a Mexican tradition, if the girl is Catholic, it is custom to begin the day with the Mass that gives thanks, in which the closest family and friends participate. The religious ceremony is the most important part, because it is when the quinceañera receives a blessing. This is done to prepare the birthday girl to advise her on this new stage in her life. Those who aren't Catholic usually only receive a religious talk or completely remove this from their ceremony. The girl arrives at the church accompanied by her parents and her relatives. At the church awaits her court along with invited guests, her godparents, who during the ceremony give the quinceañera her gifts along with the blessing of the priest. These gifts usually consist of medal, a ring, some earrings, a bangle or a watch, a cushion, a Bible, and a rosary, and also a bouquet that is given to the Virgin Mary as the gift. After Mass comes the party, which is normally celebrated at a ballroom, in which the guests enjoy a huge banquet and dancing. After the food, the grand ball follows, which is followed by the most awaited moment, the presentation of the quinceañera and the traditional waltz with her court. But before beginning the dance, the quinceañera dances the first song with her father and or her brothers. During the night, the cake is given and the dance finishes off the night. This is all finalized with the coronation of the birthday girl by her coronation godmother, which presents the quinceañera with a traditional crown. Then the godparents are presented to take part in the grand toast, in which the godparents of the toast serve the drinks to the other godparents, the quince court, and the quinceañera herself. At this moment, the quinceañera and her family give thanks to their entire guests and all of the godparents that formed the celebration for accompanying them in this special day. The transition from girl into womanhood is an exciting moment that doesn't always need a celebration, but it is a grand occasion and very important time in a young woman's life. For those who have the fortune of celebrating it at a grand scale or intimately with family and friends, remember that this day is only celebrated once. So take the opportunity to get close to your family and plan this fabulous event, because this will help you appreciate the parents' sacrifice in order to make this dream a reality. Be it here in Mexico or in Cuba, the celebration of this beautiful tradition is carried out with a lot of joy and a very emotional day for the whole family, because they celebrate a special day that is only lived once in a woman's life.